Good afternoon, everyone. Evening for some. Welcome to another Power Up stream, and we've got 6 racers today and 2 wonderful commentators joining us to do qualifiers for Shadow of the Colossus. I'll get right down to it, and we'll start with our commentators. Why don't our commentators go ahead and introduce themselves?
Yuzu.
Okay. Hello, I'm Usurpering. I am going to do commentary. I usually run Last Guardian, though I also know this game. I have with me Azama72. Why don't you say hello?
Welcome to everyone. I'm Azama and used to commentate Shadow of the Colossus runs and know quite well our beloved runners here. So let's present them in order, I guess, or whatever. You can introduce yourself as well. Guys.
Okay.
I don't know who's first in the order.
Okay, I'll say the names and then
for the screens,
respond like a register. So, so Ruby, go first.
Okay. Hi, I am Ruby Hart. They, she pronouns, and you can find me at Twitter and Instagram on Ruby Hart Gaming. I am a speedrunner of Shadow of the Colossus, a streamer, and a actor based in the DC Metro region, and I am insanely excited to be here.
Scruffy?
Hello, my name is Stocky Streams. I am also a Shadow of the Colossus speedrunner and streamer, but I also stream other games, beat games in dumb ways, and speedrun Ico. Also, I program sometimes.
Yeah. TikTok?
Hey, I'm a runner of this game as well, and kind of a mod of the community. So I tend to organize these kind of events as well, and it's always a lot of fun.
Aiden?
Hey, my name's Aiden, and I'm so happy to be speedrunning this game with a bunch of cool people on a cool channel.
Yeah. Foxy?
Hi, I'm Foxzilla54, and I don't speedrun this game.
What?
What? No,
There is an imposter.
I'm an imposter.
There's an imposter.
Yeah, I'm me, and I stream whatever the hell I feel like. So, hi.
Yeah, boy. And last but not least, JK.
Hello, I don't have much to say, but let's get this race going. I don't have much to say.
All right. Let's go then, I guess. So we're gonna be hanging out here. The 3 of us, you stay with us for the commentary? Yeah? Okay, good. Then I guess we can do a countdown, maybe. Everyone is ready?
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Ready.
Okay. Timer is ready? We can go? Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Good luck, everyone.
All right. Best of luck.
Thank you so much. Good luck, everyone.
Let's go.
Yeah. So it might be a tiny bit hard to keep track with 6 screens. One thing to note is Foxzilla54 has a PS5, so he is going to be his loading times are going to be much faster than everyone else's who run on base PS4. So if it looks like he's ahead by quite a bit, don't be fooled. It's just the loading times. But thankfully, we calculate the speed run by IGT, which comes up after credits.
Yeah, at the end we will have the IGT shown by the game itself, so that's a very cool way to measure the any percent. And it seems so far pretty accurate. Well, they are all of us heading to Valus, the first Colossus. We'll see them climbing a bit in that kind of tutorial part in the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
And it will be pretty fast.
Yeah. What you're going to see here is we've got people of like various different skill levels and backgrounds. So what you're going to see is, especially here, you can see a bunch of different movement text. For example, you see Foxy bucking on the horse, trying to get up to that ledge. Very nice. He kills it. So there's different movement text in the game. And what you're seeing Foxy do now is he actually got it, which is really good. Jumping up on that kind of ledge can boost you. Some of the runners will be taking it safe as well.
Most of them did it, but it's if you miss it, you just go grab the plants aside.
Yeah, so with the grabbing in this game, Wanda has magnet hands, so you hold the grab button, and sometimes you'll just kind of auto grab onto a detectable ledge, which is how we're allowed to do all this kind of stuff.
This kind of magnetism, in the grabbing system.
So Foxy being cast on Valus.
I think
So
they are
what we're
all
gonna do
playing with
here is-
the modern gameplay. Do you know that? Or
You mean the
because
controls?
yeah, the controls modern.
Ruby uses classic inverted, Foxy uses classic, Stocky uses classic, Aiden,
Oh.
I can't remember.
Oh, okay. Aiden's certainly classic as well.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought there were most of them playing with the modern gameplay, but alright, because of the remake, some of you may know.
Yeah.
Okay, and as we are talking about it, some like Foxy already finished. JK is not far behind. Oh, finishing with a fast jump stab, JK in the bottom right. Very cool.
Yeah. Like, interesting thing, like, even though Foxy started his
stab.
game like 10 seconds quicker than JK is almost like at the same, frame as him, which is really incredible. Like, that's how much movement can make a difference and how accurate you are on Colossus.
So cool. And thanks on the chat for the many subs. Some runners have been gifted subs, actually. That's cool. Thanks for the support.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, boss is very easy. You just kind of grab onto his head during the cutscene. Only one. It's basically the tutorial beginner Colossus.
Yeah, where you can learn all about most of the very basic mechanics. Like with the sword, you can aim the Colossus to know where are the places to shoot.
And that's why out of pretty much all the Colossi, like the lead up to his arena is such a puzzle. Like, it's so movement based. The game's basically trying to force you to get used to the controls and stuff. And there's even a second one, like they put like a bipedal and quadrupedal Colossus next to each other. So this next one, Quadratus, he's also very like beginner friendly, I guess. Like quite passive as well. Very slow moving.
And actually, it's interesting to see that in the same way as in Ico, the game they released before, the Team Ico or Ico, where Yorda, the other character, was kind of acting as the life bar, because if you lose it, you lose your life, so you have to repeat. Here, it's the same kind of interpretation in game design. Like the Colossi, the enemies are actually levels. Like they are totally level designed, because as in a level, you need to climb on them.
Yeah.
And that's a cool aspect we can definitely feel in the first Colossi, and in particular, I think in Quadratus that we're gonna see just now.
They're definitely levels within themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's so high, so you have to find your way to climb up to see the little kind of interactions.
And speaking of climbing up, we're actually dropping down on Quadratus. So you see that a steep slope that Tic Tac's going down. You're meant to go all the way down and around the beach, but you can access the cutscene trigger on these nice little cliffs that are only available on the PlayStation 4 version. So you can just activate the cutscene and drop right down, which saves like a good minute.
Everyone is doing it, but basically you can go for the head first. I see Aiden, I think, is starting from the butt.
Yeah, he usually does that. He's a butt first kind of guy.
Okay, but before the head. Nice. He will be glad to hear that. All right.
And also as you see with Aiden, he's positioned himself between the kind of central horn and the side of his face to get a plant. So a plant is you're not getting shaken out of the stabs like Tic Tac kind of was, like a few seconds ago.
Yeah, and Ruby got...
And Ruby unfortunately didn't get the drop down, but that's fine.
Because what I wanted to mention earlier, it's that we can skip the cutscene indeed, and it's pretty tricky. You can try to do it safe.
Ruby got up jump, that's amazing.
Oh, nice! An jump to recover here, very nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, some runners just do it like while they are falling, so it can be pretty dangerous. Or you can wait a bit, I think, to get it safer.
Yeah.
We've seen different things here.
But just to explain jump real quick, because out of context it sounds like kind of bad. The intended way to do it is you shoot the back of Quad's hooves, because that's his weak spot, then he just kind of tumbles down in pain. You can do that on his back leg, and by the sand that comes out of the ground, because, big boy Colossus slam on ground, a bunch of like stuff comes up and elevates the ground for you, and using that momentum, you can jump up to the ledges on Quad's butt to get on him a lot faster, which is an IL strat and quite difficult to pull off. So Ruby did an absolutely amazing Amazing
It-
backup there.
It has become an IL strat individual level, like the very top records on each Colossus individually. But before we started, I think with the head going, it was another type of jump. But you can see that in NTA or HTA stuff, it's like the time attack, normal or hard.
Yeah.
It's another bunch of techniques we can hardly see 90% for safety
Yeah.
reasons.
And personally, like the strat you do with Quadratus, where you jump and bounce off the horn, that I love that so much.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah.
There are a lot of very old strats from the PS2 version. We tend to call them boomer percent, or they didn't accept to call it boomer percent officially, but
Just
they are
can't let
called.
go.
Yeah, there are no runs yet, but we're gonna do some with the old strats. Pretty cool.
Yeah. And coming
Yep.
up now, Foxy's coming up to New Arena. One of the most popular Colossi,
Yeah.
especially speedrun wise.
Yeah, and on PS4, DVD, the box of the game. I mean, the picture
Yeah.
of the game. It's
He's on the box art.
Gaius. Yeah. The Swordman, I think it's called also.
Big sword goes swish.
So
Yeah,
you'll see
definitely.
a very important skip in the run. We could call it a classic, the Gaius launch. So
It's
usually
been
we have
present
to.
throughout. Yeah, it's been present throughout all the games as well. So even if you remember speedruns from the PlayStation 2 era, that carries over because the PlayStation 2 version is actually embedded running underneath this game, which allows us to copy and paste stuff essentially.
Foxy had a very interesting edge thing here. Very nice. He's gonna wake up the monster and call for his attention, their attention.
So the intended strat, you're meant to like get Gaius to hit this metal ceramic round thing in the middle of the arena to break his armor. But as you're going to see, Foxy is totally not going to do that if he gets this right. By jumping, doing 3 very specific jumps, he can use the physics engine of this game to his advantage to get a big yeet to Gaius's ear, which he did. Very nice. JK's coming up on it too.
Yeah.
Ooh,
it will be the big launch for everyone.
Yeah. Oh, JK just got it. He was at a bit of a funny angle. That is
he
incredible.
was a bit late on the last jump, but very cool.
Tic Tac pretty much tied at the moment. And Foxy getting that good head stabs. JK's got it too. Ooh, Aiden. Okay, Aiden does it a different way, so I was a bit scared. Awesome, they're getting it. Stocky. Come on, buddy. Oh, amazing. That's 5 out of 6. Come on,
Nice.
Ruby, it's up to you. Yeah, it's a very big achievement when you see so many runners in kind of a very competitive situation pull off such an advanced trick like that. Because trust me, it's very hard.
Yeah. And it's once again a very classic part of the speedrun. Like always so impressive. That's so cool.
And just like an FYI, Ruby and Stocky are the newest runners to join the scene. They both joined only just last year. So obviously some of them are going to have a kind of an experience advantage, but the playing field is very even right now, it seems. Ruby just coming into Gaius.
It seems JK is really fighting against the PS5 here, but honestly, if we consider the difference of loading times, he's certainly ahead. I think here.
Yeah, JK is an absolutely incredible runner of like any game he touches. I'm truly inspired by him sometimes.
Yeah, and very creative in his way.
Oh, come on, Ruby. Oh,
nice.
They got it. They got it. Incredible. Like 6 out of 6. That's amazing. I think that's the first time like ever in a big race that everyone's gotten the Gaius launch first try.
Knowing that Ruby just did another run earlier, another marathon today, So they're totally. And I think Gaius was. She didn't have the launch. I think I'm not sure.
This will definitely like save Ruby a lot of time in this run. But anything can happen. Like any Colossus can control you. There's basically 16, 16 levels, 16 different variables that you have to kind of go through. And coming up is my personal favorite. Just plugging that in there.
Yeah. Some people call them a horse or
A dragon.
I like to see, a dragon. That's cool as well. I like to see a llama with kind of dreadlocks,
I think the dev name was Kirin.
Yeah,
like
Kirin
the mythological anthem.
Yeah. How did you call it?
Not me.
The animal?
Horse.
In the Chinese culture, you mean Kirin?
Kirin.
Yeah. Okay, let me see.
Okay, one thing to note as well, definitely the speedrun strats are very different to the casual strats. As you've seen Foxy do, he's made use of Phaedra's back legs over there, and so he's able to boost himself up to her back, because those kind of like grave, like burial sites at the south of the arena, you're meant to lure her in, and then either grab her dreadlocks or grab her butt again, and climb up that way. That we just, forget all that,
The chat is talking about Flappy Butt. You can find on internet very weird videos about Phaedra. You'll see.
Goodness. So there's a very famous, at least within the community, glitch that Phaedra likes to pull on people. Tic Tac had it done to him yesterday during his practice, which was incredible, where Phaedra's butt goes in circles. Oh, Aiden.
And we have a problem, Aiden, yeah. Aiden has to... Okay, because we are in 80%, there is no way to retry the fight or something like this.
Did he go for the IL jump, it looked?
No, I don't think so. He was going for the normal jump.
It's just the angle he shot off.
When he came back on it, wow, very fast. It could have lasted way longer, but taking
that was a
aggro,
great backup.
Yeah, it was the good choice to take aggro, and the distance was cool, so he could do the jump properly.
The good thing to note with Phaedra is, if you don't get the jump first try, you can jump on aggro and try again. You can just jump again. It doesn't matter. She doesn't have to be in a specific cycle or mindset for you to have to jump onto her. And Stocky as well, getting that Phaedra first try. She was giving him some trouble yesterday, so it's good that he's like overcome that kind of fear. And luckily she's only really got the sigil on the head. So 5 stabs, I think, and then she's done for. Let's just hope Ruby can get it too. And then Foxy's coming up on like quite a very difficult Colossus that might really start separating out the times we see her.
Yeah, finishing in the same time as Stocky. Alrighty, the other ones are heading to Avian.
Oh, incredible jump, Ruby.
Yeah, very nice.
They're up. So Aiden and Stocky seem very close, which is quite intense. But as I said, this next Colossus, Avion, the flying bird Colossus, well, Foxy in any percent, he's a very brave and talented soul.
he will do it, yeah. I totally forgot.
Come on, Foxy, I believe in you. Yeah.
He's gonna try the wing jump stab.
So the wing jump stab is an IL strat, so it's used in the, only the quickest individual level time attacks.
Just quickly, excuse me, did we explain the jump stab? I don't think so, no?
No.
It's like just as it is, as you can notice, and you've seen that already in a lot of Colossi here. Jumping and like maintaining the attack button, or depending on the controls you're playing. You have to maintain grab or something, but the idea is just to, Wander's putting his sword down, and you don't have to charge the stab here. So that can be a very good technique to, in particular, to finish the Colossi when you want to.
Because you need to, when you do a full power stab, you need to charge for a few seconds, which wastes time. Whereas a jump stab, you can do a full power charge instantly, but it's basically,
the recovery is longer as well.
Yeah.
So you
so it's a
have
good
to
way
calculate.
To finish Colossi.
Exactly. Yeah. For this reason, and also because when you finish Colossi, there is this kind of slow motion animation. As a lot of people remember if you've played the game. That you don't have during a jump stab, so that's cool as well for the timer.
Come on, Foxy, don't let me down. He's going for it.
No, Foxy tried it, but so you saw Wanda's position in the air, like going for the jump stab. You have to land on the sigil on the left, their right wing, and that's the IL stuff. Yeah, he may try it again. Actually. We'll see.
I think yesterday he tried it 3 times in a row before giving up, but we'll see, folks. But even so, the run's not over yet. Trust me, there are plenty more to come along.
Okay.
And JK's just gonna... No one else, I don't think, will do the jump stab. It's far too risky, but Fox has a lot of pride in it.
Yeah, and also this is in this in 80% is kind of
JK
really,
getting
really,
that beautiful
really
wing drop, amazing.
Wing to wing, yeah. So you saw JK going from one sigil to another instantly, dropping perfectly timed. And so yeah, it's like even caricatural, the jump stab in 80%. So you could do it in NTA, some runners do, but because you can retry very fast, or it's a way shorter run. But here, that's really crazy.
Wing now. We're gonna see some very close jumps. Foxy, amazing. Tic Tac, quite safe. That's good. So the way Avion turns after that flap can basically alter the jump and your projection. So wing up and wing down, where he turns left and right, can completely change how you need to jump to get down to that next sigil, and you kind of need to learn both patterns to really optimize yourself.
Wow. Aiden got very scared. Oh yeah. Alright. The Aiden's wing to wing might be tricky, so he's just stopping in the middle.
He's safe, it's fine. Stocky, shows how it's done. Ooh, that was close. Oh, he almost lost the grip there. Yeah, stamina management is also incredibly hard on Avion, because as soon as you lose all your stamina, you will just kind of fall off the wing and into the water.
In the speedrun, actually, the stamina is really not being super important. In general, you don't need a lot, but it's true, very true, that for Avion, it can be a problem if the fight lasts too long.
Avion's being a bit of a troll for a Stocky here with the stabs. So now Aiden's actually a fair few seconds ahead. Ruby coming up to the jump. And JK now is actually ahead of Foxy, despite loading times.
Yeah, so JK is on a very good pace here.
For sure. Ruby's got wing up, not quite on the wing, that's fine. The camera's also quite a pain with Avion. And Ruby's safe, that's good to know.
Alright.
Sorry, I'm just really intensely watching Ruby's screen, hoping for the best.
Same. As a very contemplative game, I think we can have those little breaks. It's alright.
JK,
as other runners like JK are struggling in the forest. That's.
Come on, Ruby. There we go.
Ruby's almost done. So
Yeah,
the forest, the 15th Colossus.
Yeah, 17. Yeah. Aggro is very timid and shy, and she doesn't like trees or grass or rocks.
Yeah.
Especially if they look at her funny, she just hesitates and decides, "Oh no, I'm not doing this anymore." So,
Yeah.
usually how we get over that is we kind of, buck her, come, no aggro, come on, let's go, everything's fine.
Yeah, that animation that actually launches you full speed. There are like 3 or 4 levels of speed in the game with aggro, and this animation you start from 0, from not moving, and it like launches you to the top speed. So that's pretty cool. If she stops, you can do it again and try to
Yeah.
do your way with this.
And sometimes, she's just gonna turn around and be like, "I'm out. I'm heading out, boys." And there's nothing you can really do. Like, if to get like a perfect, I guess, forest, you need very precise movements and angles. But most of the time comes up during the Colossus fights, so losing a bit with the aggro movement isn't 100% the end of the world, unless you're going for world record, then by God.
Yeah. This comes in line after a certain time of practice.
So
But
we're
yeah.
coming up to the first of 2 glitches in this game. It's a cutscene warp. By skipping the cutscene on a very specific frame of the cutscene itself, you will warp wander on top of the Colossus. So we'll see if JK gets it.
Looks a lot actually like Quadratus introduction.
That's alright, he can recover. He gets good animation, he gets the fist down, he can recover.
Yeah.
Awesome, JK.
Okay,
Foxy's
so
coming
he'll
for it too.
do something different to get to the head. There is this animation repeating. We can see on JK. Oh, JK was too far on the left and like missed the bracelet, so has to. Oh, he gets the animation again. That's cool.
Again.
On the other side
Foxy
of the head.
got the cutscene
the warp.
warp.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it's
Nice.
supposed to look like. And JK is, let's say, maybe on purpose, showing us what
yeah,
the backup is.
Exactly. Good. Okay,
Yeah.
so he did the jump to the head. That's usually what we do in IL. Runs. Be right back.
Awesome. So now Fox has actually been able to catch up due to the little mishap with the cutscene. It saves, as you've seen, a good amount of time. Although Barber's given Fox a little bit of trouble, the Tic Tac's actually doing really well. He might actually get like in the lead at this rate. But Barber's shakes tend to be really aggressive, and they control you. Aiden unfortunately didn't get the cutscene, but he's got the fist down. You can manipulate Barber's AI to give you a good animation in which you can climb up onto his right wrist. So we've got 3 Barbers down. Stocky going for the skip. Unfortunately didn't get it. That's alright. He got the fist down, so it's all good. Come on, Scrappy.
Yeah, basically this one is pretty okay to recover if anything goes wrong. Like always, you can take time, but it's not like a one chance only. Avion, if you fall from Avion, can be. We saw that on Foxy's screen, and that's why the order changed.
Stocky let go accidentally. That's rough, but you can reset the animation. That's fine. There we go. He's got the stomp. You can do the IL strat. It's alright. Yeah, Barber, it's kind of difficult. The more you overthink him, the worse he gets. In my opinion. Like, the more you stress about, the skip itself, I don't know, it just feels harder. Like, it's that kind of, like, mental blockade that these Colossi can have on you. So now Ruby's actually got time to catch up to Stocky. Oh, a good recovery. Ruby's gonna try and do this skip. Well, JK's stream is a bit laggy. Oh, it's fine now. And Ruby, absolutely amazing. Got the glitch, so now they can catch up a lot. Make up for lost time, in fact.
We saw, it's a detail, but we saw that strange animation where she was grabbing and grabbing again. You just mash the R1 button and you can like climb up a bit with the movement of the Colossus.
Yeah.
So
By
you can
grabbing
see
and
that,
letting go, you can use the momentum to shift you up
Yeah.
rather than having to climb and shuffle. And we actually do the same
yeah,
thing on Avion to get further down the wing when
exactly.
you
Yeah.
first grab up.
But re-grabbing can be something we use a lot actually in a lot of different contexts. Even like for the stabs, to optimize the stabs sometimes, like you don't want the animation you have after being shaked after a stab, you can like re-grab instantly or stuff like this. Or to find a plant position, re-grabbing, it's kind of something we do a lot. So R1 stays a very important button of the controller, as in any
JK.
Ueda game.
JK Stream unfortunately lagging again. He's in the lead
Yep.
at the moment. Foxy is coming up right behind him, but that's mostly because of loading times.
I don't know, maybe we should I'll try to tell him.
I can't work out the source of the problem.
All right.
So this 7th Colossus coming up. Here is one that could certainly tear a massive rift as well in the race, because the trick in the setup, it's something else. So if you have like a fear of deep water and ocean lake creatures, I'd suggest you look away for a short while, because I know it can instill fear in some people.
It can affect some people, yeah. But bon, they are speedrunners, so they are taking care of it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
In a normal playthrough, we can say Hydra have some attacks out of its electrical pikes. But he can also try to drown you, like to put you down in the water. So that's a very scary moment, yeah.
Yeah, he's quite a morbid Colossus.
Yeah.
So the skip itself, you're meant to grab onto his tail and then take out the nodes on his back, spikes. But for some reason, it's kind of like a glitch. I'm not quite sure how you define it. But by doing a jump stab at a very certain frame, at a very certain position in the lake, you can, as his head is reaching the apex of the animation as he's coming out of the water, you can trick him into kind of surfacing enough so you can grab the head and just do the stabs on the major sigil.
Yeah, this is a very precise thing here, and we can
Foxy.
see perfectly done. Foxy. Awesome. And then it's the rodeo time. So chaining the jump tabs, and something very cool that happens, and it's not not often the case. Yeah, JK missed it. So the lead might change maybe, and yeah, Foxy doing the 4 jump stabs. So jump stab cancel. Being underwater like this cancels your long jump stab animation. So you go for 4.
Come on, Tic Tac. Oh, that's a bit dangerous. No, he's got it. Question mark?
Tic Tac
yes.
got it.
Okay.
Nice.
It's more than just the jump stab in the water. It's also how you climb up on his side and how quickly you do it, which alters whether he goes back in the water or whether he stays on the surface. It's a lot. Hydrus is a lot. But Tic Tac and Foxy got it, which is really nice. And what you saw JK do was he missed it, but he managed to grab the tail. And if you switch to classic controls, you can actually roll underwater.
Yeah.
So that you don't have to take out the rest of the spikes. You can just go straight to the head. He's bobbing.
There is this animation with the head. You need to be a bit careful.
Unfortunately, Aiden didn't get it, but he got a good backup.
Okay, nice. We can see that the actual real area of the sigil when you hit is like super wide, but super strange as well in Hydrus. So they were kind of jump stabbing far from it, but it still works.
And sometimes you accidentally take out the head node. And basically, the way Hydrus works is once you take out one of the electric spikes, his timer starts ticking down. So the
Yeah.
timer for when he basically goes back into the water. So if you accidentally take out a node, you have to be very careful because if you take too long to kill him, he'll go back in the water. Then you have to swim around, wait for him to spot you again, surface up, grab him, and then it's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot about Hydra's manipulation and AI to understand. It's like a very, at first when you start speedrunning, it seems like you feel like you'll never do it, and it's too big, too hard, too invisible to understand. But
Stocky, unfortunately,
very fast.
didn't get a jump stab either. But one thing to note is, if you do the jump stab wrong, you can actually get punished for it. Where Hydrus does the complete wrong animation. He surfaces, but he surfaces in a very wrong way. Ooh, Ruby, yeah. And you'll know that when he turns the wrong way. Oh, what is he doing on Ruby's screen? Turn the camera. Oh, he's diving.
Down, so that's the worst that could happen because he found that the Colossus will stay down and it's not possible to grab now.
He can spot you straight away after doing this. It just really depends on your position. And an important thing that everyone should probably learn is how to get Hydrus to spot you if the worst happens. Because Hydrus is really trolling Stocky out here. Uh-oh, JK's stream's down. We need to sort that out.
While Fox is already reaching Kuro, sorry.
Gecko!
Yeah, the big gecko. There are a lot in the game, but this one is quite the trophy when you bring back its head home.
Yeah, Kuro is very easy, especially in a normal mode. So
yeah,
it's not blink and you'll miss it, but it's very quick and simple. And there's not really much different between the casual strat and the speedrun strat.
Yeah,
Ruby's
it doesn't look so different, but as soon as we are talking IL, it gets very different.
Oh.
Because Kuro is one of the craziest to practice in IL. The technique is very different.
Yeah, take the time to shout out Hammerclove, who holds the Kuro Mori IL record, I think.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane.
Yeah,
insane
he's one
runner.
In particular. Yeah, insane runner, the most stylish runner we could say.
Yeah,
for sure.
one of them.
But in particular, some IL level he did like Bassaran as well. We're gonna see later.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Ruby's doing okay with the first spike, so now she needs to be safe. Okay, one last stab and we're good.
Incredible stuff. Oh, Foxy, come on. Get on Kuro.
And Stocky got a bit... if you lose too much life as well, the Colossus behavior can change, so can be better not be hit by the pikes too much. But Stock is okay.
One thing to know about Kuro is she's sensitive to sound, so when you start the battle, you whistle and Kuro will come to the point in the arena where she heard you whistle. And basically you kind of bamboozle her by going down a level and then, shooting arrows in her legs while she's off guard. And the height of which she drops down from the arena depends how long she's stunned for.
Yeah, that's why in hard in general we tend to shoot the legs a bit later in order to let the Colossus stay longer on the ground.
Yeah, because hard mode is... Some Colossi have extra sigils in hard mode, but also they have more health on each sigil.
Yeah.
So Kuro will have twice as much health, but you have like the same amount of time to stab and kill Kuro.
So yeah, it can get pretty tricky.
Yeah.
And the IL stuff, well, it concerns jump stabbing the legs.
Rolling
you
through
can-
the railings and
Hmm.
oh,
And there's a lot of RNG actually, because the positions Kuro can have starting the level are very different. So yeah, it's one of the most terrifying in IL.
for sure. And also how quickly she clambers up the wall, because you
Yeah.
can get a fast Kuro, a
That's
medium,
it,
a
yeah.
slow, a really slow.
Exactly, that's it. Yeah, and this is totally RNG with Phalanx. These are the two only part of a behavior RNG stuff we have. So yeah, but the rest of the runs in general, even NTA, they use what they just did here, and it's pretty okay. Okay, so Aiden had some issues.
Aiden got a really good drop down onto Kuro's neck, so he didn't have to climb up onto the belly. And Fox is actually steaming ahead right now, coming up to the ninth Colossus Bassaran, a big, old, mean tortoise. One of the casual strats. It's one of the most finicky, difficult, kind of annoying in the game. But by kind of exploiting physics, we just kind of launch to the head. That's kind of a common theme in this game, launching to heads.
Happens a lot.
Yeah.
Directly to the point, and that's the what the speedrunners want. So let's see that, Foxy, and pew. Nice.
Beautiful stuff.
Oh, and the jump stab.
Ooh, hot.
Very nice.
So basically, by executing a very quick side jump during Bassaran's how do you say it, body slam animation, I guess. When you're kind of positioned in a specific point on his leg ledge, the game, it just kind of shoots you in the direction that you're side jumping in. And if you time everything like very specifically right, you'll get straight onto the head. If you're too early or too late, you won't get enough momentum, or you'll get too much momentum. Let's see how Tic Tac does it here. Or he did not get that right position.
He can.
You can.
If you land on the so yeah, here I think they will want to die actually to retry the fight. That's one way to. As we said earlier, some colossi you can retry easily by triggering again an animation or something. But here, it was at the very beginning of the fight. If you miss it, just die and reset.
JK performing absolutely excellent. Well done.
Oh,
and
no. Oh my god. It seems perfect, but I don't know how he was pushed away a bit.
I think he was swayed during a jump. I'm not too sure.
Maybe I didn't see exactly, but yeah, got pushed away. And yeah, the question of the estimate, I don't think they gave an estimate, a precise one, because there are 6 players, so you know. But we can maybe mention everyone PB. I don't know. I can.
Oh yeah, if you can look that up, that'd be great.
Yeah.
As you're looking that up, I was gonna say something, but I forgot. Oh yeah, I'm gonna mention tactical deaths whilst you get those up. So when you see someone fail the Bassaran jump, you're gonna see them jump off a cliff. It's basically resets your position to a completely to the same. It basically resets the fight to the same value every time you die. That value is different when you first go into the fight. So usually if you die in a fight, it's easier to recover because you're at that same recovery value. Like everything's going to be the same. Like there's less chance of RNG messing with your head or positions going wrong.
So for the times, we got Foxy with 1 hour, 0 minute and 7 seconds. Tic Tac with 1 hour, 1 minute and 22 seconds. Then JK, 1 hour, 2 minutes, 11 seconds. And Aiden, 1:3:56. And Ruby with 1:10:27. I think I got everyone.
What about Scruffy?
Oh yeah, sure, Stocky. Yeah, 1:14 and 48 seconds.
This is
Is
IGT, by the way, not
Yeah, exactly. IGT.
TA.
So all that you can add like something like 10 minutes, 15 minutes for the real time we will have here.
Aiden getting Bassaran down, so it's not quite far behind Tic Tac. Foxy Steven ahead, as he does best.
Okay, just for the record, Ruby's PB is 1:08:49 and not uploaded yet. Thanks for reminding me.
Okay, awesome. I don't think anyone's on PB pace at the minute. Because, you know, the PBs at the moment are very...
very optimized for
yeah.
a lot of them.
So, for example, like, not getting the Hydrus, falling off Avion, that basically can cost you a PB at this point.
Totally, yeah.
And Foxy, whilst everyone's on aggro, Foxy's coming up to the 10th boy, called Dirge. If you have a fear of snakes or things in the sand, please look away. Please look away. The strat for this one is precision stabs. I don't think we've covered that yet. I don't exactly know the best way to...
That's the first one, actually, and then there will be Pelagia and other colossi like this.
You can probably explain it better than I can.
Okay, so you'll see a normal setup, like very casual, to just get the Colossus' attention, shoot an arrow in the eye to get an animation where you will be able to climb on it, on them, and start stabbing. So we are going to see that on Foxy's screen. He's gonna start stabbing, and you need 2.5 stabs on the first sigil.
I thought it was 2.3.
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah, you're right. It's like 2.3, something like this. One being the full circle, yellow circle you see at the bottom of the screen. So he's doing one full, and then the 0.3, and then one full. So because the concept of stabbing like this is to avoid the Colossus going back into the sand. If you shoot too much, like what I said, 2.5 for example, or 3 full stabs that you basically are gonna do while you play normally, you know, you try to do full stabs, the Colossus will go back in the sand. So here, knowing that the sum of the life point every sigil can have is over 100%, it's like covering more than the life bar, you can just attack the first one very precisely, not too much, but enough to finish with the second sigil. So yeah.
And Foxy executing the entire fight very beautifully, as you explained that. One thing I do...
One cycle, yeah. The one cycle, you avoid the cycle where the Colossus will go into the ground.
One thing I do want to get back to on Ruby's screen, what you see is instead of jumping on the leg, they jump to his rib. So it's been coined as rib strat. A lot of people look down on it, but for some people it is safer because it's kind of a less precise movement to get back up, to get onto his shell. So by jumping onto Bassaran's kind of side ledges with aggro's jump momentum during the body slam animation, so you jump... You drop down onto the leg, and as Bassaran is jumping down, he kind of curves into himself, into the ground, giving you an opportunity to jump from his hind leg to his shell as it's falling down.
So we can see Tic Tac again doing the precise stabs. So the second one being like a 0.3, so that they can adapt if they overstab with the last one, for example. So as you can see, the life is like, I don't know, something 50% or maybe 51, 49%, something like this, you know, and the last sigil covering more, let's say 55%, you know, both maybe, or it's something like that, more or less. Then you can do it.
I guess one way to think of it is like that sigil's health bars kind of overlap each other. like they're connected, like they're not completely separate. So that's why you don't have to take out both sigils completely.
Yeah, it's actually, I think, a way for the game design to maybe it's an intended choice by the developers to have all the sigils covering more than 100% of the life. It's pretty cool, and the speedrunners just use it like this. It's awesome, and we'll see that in 2 other colossi later.
And Foxy coming up to our first, I guess, small colossus. Small by like 5 meters long, kind of small. Still big, but small in comparison to everyone else here. And this is one of the more simpler ones. Nothing too like fancy. Like we do kind of bamboozle the AI a little bit to try and, break off its armor quicker.
Oh,
and
wow.
he did a flip, 6 flips.
Yeah,
and he did.
6 flips, but it was pretty.
But at what cost?
Okay.
Bless him.
So yeah,
You want to
there is
explain
this,
that rock?
yeah, there is a very precise angle, more or less a precise angle you can get to in order to fall onto a little rock that is here, and will. I mean, it's much faster. You will land into that room. He's arriving now. But here it can be tricky, but that's just like he came out of aggro directly, so that was for the
Yeah.
5 backflips in a row, something like this, 6 maybe.
And this Colossus, Celosia, he's afraid of fire. And in the casual strat, you're meant to, get him to bash the wall, drop a stick, light the stick with fire, then kind of bonk him on the head, be like, no, that's a naughty little Colossus, off the cliff you go. But what Fox is going to do is he's going to drop the stick, change weapon, pick up the stick, and hopefully Celosia would do an animation to knock both of them off at the same time.
Yeah, we could call that a glitch almost, but basically that's just like cooking. You just need the cliff, the Colossus, you and the torch, and that's it.
He's trolling. Oh goodness. Okay,
it's okay.
Good.
And get the plant position instantly. Very good.
So this is a very good way to show off the plant. As you see, no matter how much Celosia moved and struggled, Wanda did not move. He just kept charging the stabs.
Yeah, there is actually an animation where he's kind of keeping his balance or something like this.
Yeah, where he's kind of waving his arm a bit in the air with the sword.
Exactly, and that's showing that you have the plant, so it's a cool, good news when you see that animation.
JK and Tic Tac almost kind of tied.
Okay, we see Tic Tac falling. Oh, there is the meme rock on the way, and I think when you get on the meme rock, no, it's okay.
Alive. Huh.
Okay, JK going ballsy. Oh, and landing somewhere else. I didn't know that was possible. Nice.
Yeah, you see how JK just saved a bunch of time by falling straight into that arena compared to Tic Tac falling on the rock.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Unfortunately, still some delays with JK's stream, but I assume it's still fine.
Alright, and we got Dirgy Dirge with Ruby crossing the entire room. She certainly shot the arrow in a certain axis, the Colossus can also bonk in one of the pillars in the center of the room. That's actually something that was done some time ago in IL, but it's not necessary anymore.
Yeah, and you can see how Stocky got a quicker arrow in Dirge's eye, so by doing that, Dirge was able to slam into the wall a lot quicker. So now he's saved up just, quite a chunk of time in comparison to Ruby. So now they're very, very close, but the one cycle will make it or break.
On Discord, we have a little problem with the stream. Yeah,
thank you. And Ruby getting that at one cycle, just absolutely nailing it, which is good to see. Stocky's going to be under a lot of pressure right now. Bless his heart. That's hard to tell. if you stab too much or too little, like even by like some frames, you'll get what's called pixel health, where you just have the tiniest little sliver of health on your screen, which will stop the one cycle from happening.
So yeah, the chat is asking about who's ahead. It's still very difficult to determine, knowing that the
Okay.
loading times can change, can vary. So
In real time, just from what I can see, it would be Foxy, Tic Tac, JK, Aiden, Ruby, and Scruffy.
knowing that Foxy has the PS5, so loading much faster, and I think all the rest of them have the same PS4, right? So
Yeah, they all have base PS4 with no SSD.
because they are also different with the PS4 Pro, stuff like this, and some players installed an SSD even before the PS5. So yeah, the in-game time is really what matters, and we'll see that by the very end of the game.
And that's what makes
after the
in-game time like so much more fair.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
not everyone has access to buy an SSD, buy a Pro, buy a PS5. So it's a kind of more inclusive and friendly.
That's usually the point with RT and IGT runs. When a game goes from real time to in-game time, it's also for that kind of reasons, accessibility. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and Foxy is coming into Pelagia's arena. Pelagia is he's something else. He's kind of a run killer for a lot of people. And again, like Dirge, also has a very precise stab, but with only one sigil. And also getting up on Pelagia is a story in itself. And there's, I guess, some kind of AI manipulation that you need to do at the start of the fight with the arrows in the opposition. So Foxy, by entering the fight cutscene from the side rather than the front of the little podium, Pelagia didn't spot him, so Pelagia turned away for Foxy to shoot 2 arrows, and those 2 arrows got Pelagia's attention and made him turn in just the right spots to jump on the head without having to do any further actions.
What? Okay, Foxy tried something strange.
Foxy!
Oh my god. Okay. Maybe to have a faster behavior. Yeah, actually. Oh. Okay.
So not able to do the quickest strat because he had to hide from the lightning. So Foxy's getting down onto the belly sigil. So with the sigil,
again, very precise stabs.
So it's going to be full. 1 full stab, and then a 0.9 stab, and then 2 more full stabs. We'll see how it goes.
That's good. GG's Foxy. Perfect.
Good stuff.
Yeah, the one cycle of this Colossus is like very super precise. You don't have room to recover if you fail one of the stabs, anything. Yeah, you have to be very precise, or he's just coming back in the water, and you have to go around again, go on it, do the whole classic setup. Yeah.
And you can see, sorry.
During races, it can really make the difference. That's what I mean. If you fail it, it's like a huge amount of time. Yeah.
So just like as a side note, like that thing I explained Foxy doing was, I guess, perfected by JK for any percent, because obviously the starting positions in any percent are different. So you're gonna see JK and Tic Tac, who are neck and neck right now, do the same thing and attempt it. I'm not sure if Stocky and Ruby
Tic Tac having a little issue. So what? Okay, so Tic Tac is surrounding it, yeah. But JK did it.
It's very unfortunate.
Yeah, that's another, you're right, another decisive moment to reach the head. So JK just found a setup to basically do what we do in IL, grabbing the helmet very soon.
And we also rely on the whole magnet hands feature that we were on about at the beginning of the run, where you need to kind of clip onto Pelagia's head brace, hoping that with the gravity of the R1, that works. Aiden doing the same setup, very good to see. So the precision stabs of Pelagia, they basically stop him from going in the water quicker. So you kind of startle him a lot more, which gives you more time to get in that last stab. That's kind of the whole point. And it does save so much time. Aiden unfortunately not getting the jump over, so he's gone up the back. The most important thing is getting the stabs in. If you don't get the jump to the head, it's still not the end of the world, because you can see, climbing up the Pelagia's rib cage is really quick. JK stream is chundering.
Yeah. Alright, Aiden going for the stabs.
Mm-hmm. So Aiden
0.9.
tic tac now, neck and neck.
One full.
Tic tac got it. Come on, Aiden.
Yeah, all good. Perfect.
And Fox is actually at phalanx now. I didn't realize.
Yeah. Already reach out. Phalanx,
So
yeah.
it's your favorite. So why don't you take the stage here?
Well, basically you do what the game intends you to do. So shoot the sacks, these little bubbles things, to make phalanx go down a bit, so that you can grab. So basically they are doing it totally normally in 80%. So we'll see Foxy reaching out the first the wing to climb up to the one of the 3 sigils. And basically there is also one cycle thing about the stabs, so they are gonna do 1.9 stabs on the 2 first sigils, and the last sigil you can go, they should finish with a jump stab. So yeah, to avoid a certain animation, because if you do 2 full stabs on the first sigil or the second one, they have this barrel roll animation you want to avoid, and it's actually enough to just do this amount of stab. He just did a roll cancel here, so rolling after a stab to cancel the stab and get control of Wonder a bit sooner maybe. That's something we do in IL. Oh, Popo got totally trolled.
What just
Crazily
happened?
trolled by a sort of animation, stable animation. Wow, and he had totally no opportunity to regrab.
That's
even
rough.
if he
That's
could.
very rough.
That's
JK's stream, I
really-
think, needs to be reloaded.
Yeah,
Please. Thank you.
He got totally trolled here, Foxy.
That's incredibly unfortunate.
Yeah, he was very close from the edge and had the animation he didn't want. It's like making you, I don't know, spin to one side here at the right, and you have no opportunity to grab. Even if the ledge was just like here, any other animation he would have been able to regrab, but so has to shoot again now.
JK
is going for
the
it. So basically in IL there is a very different setup where you can shoot the arrows fast enough to get...
I didn't get it.
No. You
Oh,
can
he's
get,
Faye is trolling Foxy. Oh, slow. One thing to note is even if you completely miss all the arrows, you can, and you have to shoot them all again. Phalanx is weird. If you shoot his sacks in a certain way, he'll dive into the ground regardless of where he is.
Yeah.
Which can lead to some very funny events. Everyone check out Ruby Heart's Fleet Fatales GDQ
yeah.
VOD to
Yeah, to see what can happen, but basically if you shoot extremely fast the arrows, and that's not the most interesting technique in IL, but that exists, you can get this animation you're talking about, Phalanx
Mhm.
going totally under the ground actually, and you can bring friends with you
Get a lift,
on
yeah.
on on
Me and
Phalanx,
my
yeah.
aggro.
Yeah.
Tic-Tac and Hayden still neck and neck.
Tic-tac shooting, but without moving. That's the difference. So he made sure to shoot the sacks, and that's good. Also, there's a bit of RNG. We can see here on Tic-Tac screen, Phalanx going to the left, but he can go to the right, as we've seen on the other players' screens. And that's totally... It seems so far absolutely impossible to act on it or do anything about it. So yeah, that's a little part of RNG.
Can our mod move? Oh no, it's alright. Never mind.
Oh, yeah.
No, everything's fine. Everything's fine. No issues. Nothing. Phalanx recently for our runners has been very like here and there. Like it's very simple in concept, but I guess overthinking it, just like with Pelagia, can absolutely ruin you.
Ruby's done with Pelagia.
So Ruby's now overtaken Stocky with that Pelagia. See, it'll be a constant back and forth, I think, between runners.
Oh, interesting. Jack is switching the controls. I didn't see what he picked.
So, because JK runs on Modern Remapped, 1 second. Because JK runs on Modern Remapped, he switches the controls to Classic when shooting with Phalanx. Because you on Classic controls, you have this kind of like auto aim thing, where if you hold square, which is the shoot arrow button, and hold, I think is L1 to look at a Colossus, it will like auto like just like the camera will move to the Colossus straight away. Which
it's the same speed as if you were aiming it. The speed is the same of the camera, but it's automatically.
It's aim hacks, which
it's very
helps
for Avian as well.
It helps with the IL of Phalanx, which is what JK tried to go for. Because you need to get the arrows in at a specific time. Yeah.
He changed before Phalanx. I didn't notice. That's why I was like, why for Cenobia? You know. But
and I want to thank Stocky for a second. We were on about pixel health, but we didn't have any kind of showcase for it. This is what we mean by pixel health. The health bar is pretty much not there. And if you look really, really closely, you'll just see a tiny sliver of green-blue. That's basically what happens even if it's just a few frames too late or early. You know, that's what happens.
That's related to the precision stabs, actually, we mentioned earlier. So I guess his second stab of more or less 90% was maybe a bit not enough. So he's gonna maybe do a sexy slash to finish.
Slash. It's a bit dangerous though. Nah, he's doing it safe. It's fine.
Why not? Okay. And good there. Done for Pelagia.
And the 14th courses, which Tic-Tac, JK, and Aiden are all starting to run towards. It's also the, I guess, second glitch in the run we'll see. That's intended for us, I mean.
Yep, the super jump. Which is accessible only on 30 FPS. Players with better software, better machine like PS4 Pro or PS5 using 60 FPS may want to change here in order to do the super jump. It's like a sort of how to explain, but you'll see that in no time it allows certain type of places to have a bigger jump, just being pushed away, pushed up.
So, well, just a quick disclaimer: when Bluepoint kind of remade this game. They gave PS4 Pro users, because of better hardware that could handle that kind of stuff, the option for cinematic and performance mode. So basically 30 FPS, but there's more on screen versus 60 FPS. There's kind of less going on screen. And it does change the run a little bit.
Yeah.
60 FPS is arguably faster, but I don't remember how. So I think Foxy might change from 60 to 30.
Yeah,
back
sometimes. Basically, most of the routing we can see is totally possible in 30 FPS, and some specific techniques are possible in 60, but it's like very few things, to be honest. But this one here, it's totally needed, absolutely needed to be in 30.
For sure.
We've seen some super jumps in 60 FPS, but it's not. It's not consistent at all.
No. And basically, the intended way for Zenobia is as Foxy will be running around the arena, we'll see some pillars. And basically, the intended strat is to anger Zenobia, so knock down all the pillars, so that you can jump along the walls of the, I guess, the Colosseum, the palace, whatever you want to call it, temple. Which takes like 3 minutes, depending on the AI. So Foxy's going to run as quick as he can towards that end pillar and wedge himself between the pillar and the floor.
Foxy has been running in 30, or did you see him change? Or
he might have. I think he's been running 30 the whole time, actually.
Maybe because like this he has the 4K display, maybe?
Perhaps.
Okay, so calling for... and actually the super jump went super instantly. We didn't notice. But yeah.
He's also probably going for wacky jump.
Yeah,
So you got it? I
exactly.
Can't see it.
So you may have seen him in the background of that little cutscene, totally having control of Wanda, and like by jumping on a little part of the wall, jumping again to reach that place here where he can shoot from and get the Colossus' attention to trigger the end.
JK. So super jump
JK
is
doing the wacky jump. The
Kaze jump of shame. But the super jump is quite precise, and if you don't kind of wedge yourself between the pillar and the ground, like good enough, as you saw, he did a jump, but it was very mediocre. Like he didn't get enough kind of momentum. Like the game didn't panic enough to shoot Wanda up that high. So there's a backup called Kaze jump. It's a lot slower. You kind of use the, I guess, elevation from that temple near the pillar.
Yeah, and also this magnetism grab thing.
Yeah. And you got wacky jump. That's good to see. Scruffy, unfortunately, Phalanx is just having a great old time. Tic Tac now coming up. Tic Tac's usually quite consistent and very good at this.
And so basically how to proceed, because you're trying to get a very specific frame, they are absolutely mashing the jump button at this moment, and it's a very noisy part of the run.
Yeah, thank God we can't hear them.
Go. So you saw a bit this kind of strange animation. You have to use it, and when you're at the very bottom of it, you need to hit a specific frame to have the super jump.
And there are times in which Zenobia, as you saw on TikTok, came right up to Wanda, like within centimeters, and was about to head bash TikTok. And that's not always a bad thing. In some rare cases, Zenobia will actually like lift you up with its head, and you can grab the pillow from there.
We see the barrel roll. Whoa, very scary. The barrel roll animation,
Stocky.
because and no, I think it's fine. Okay, he missed one again. Okay,
He
and
missed
did
the
the sexy
sigil.
slash. he did
There
a
we go.
slash.
That's a
So
good save.
yeah, again, he in the precision stabs, he little bit understabbed.
So
The second
we're
one.
going to go back to explaining phalanx real quick. The positions I have for phalanx is one of the easiest ones in the game, where it's basically one full stab and 1.9, but the 0.9 is like it's not a precise 0.9 like Pelagia's, but and
not as
the
much.
same the same thing, like Hydrus has a timer every time you take out his electric nodes. Phalanx is the same thing when you destroy a sigil. So you avoid destroying the sigil. Otherwise he's going to go on the timer before he goes back into the ground. And you know when you've overstabbed by when he does that barrel roll to shake you off. That basically says the sigil is dead. you done goofed.
Aidan was having meme stabs on Zenobia. That doesn't happen a lot. Like basically the whole his back is like totally a full sigil. You can hit anywhere, but not anywhere apparently.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. Like sometimes it feels like so there's a sigil that you see, but the actual sigil's hitbox underneath the model is completely like different, and it's almost like a kind of imagine like tectonic plates where they kind of move underneath each other, sort of thing, I guess. And if a Colossus shakes, it might affect.
Earlier I was mentioning it for Hydrus because Hydrus sigil is like the weirdest, and sometimes it can be honestly a Gaius also. It's every time a bit different. It's just as you said, the hitbox doesn't exactly match what you can see. So yep. That occasionates the meme stabs.
Yeah.
So.
And Foxy's coming up to August the 15th. Yet another launch to the head while being treated. But this one is like also a really cool one. Like, arguably, some people prefer it to the guy's launch, but it's also very precise and well, you'll kind of see for yourself.
Yeah, it's based on what we call a side jump. So what you may have seen earlier with Bassaran, launch to the head. So here is another launch to the head based on a side jump. So it's like a very short jump you do on a ledge on one side, left or right, and at a strictly very specific moment to use the movement of the Colossus. So basically you want to do a little jump for you, but with the movement it gets to be a huge jump. First he's gonna attack the hand. Yeah.
So you're supposed to, do this a completely different way. Like the knife is not meant to be in Argus's hand, and it's very hard to grab like the fur on the inside of his hand. So it's very precise movement to get there.
It's very hard. Normally you have a whole stuff to do in order to let him release the weapon. And here is the... Oh, nope, didn't work.
Ooh.
So what is he gonna do? Okay, maybe he's gonna try it again. The thing is, as Argus has turned a bit, he's gonna have a bit of a different setup to start working. Oh no, it's good. Oh no!
No, not quite the same.
So yeah, actually he started to work, but the leg was like a bit in a different position, so he prefers going to die now and repeat the fight.
Yeah, this is another one where the tactical death can reset you in a much better position.
And not so far, you can die here pretty easily. JK going for it. He will try to go from the hand to the leg in one jump like this. Okay, there you go. There is a way to skip that hand animation in IL IL and NTA going a bit faster, and the side jump doing
awesome.
Very nice. So now, RTA wise, JK is ahead, but I think he is definitely IGT for sure.
how Fox is gonna do it. Fingers crossed.
Okay, Ruby almost done with Zenobia. Finding the plant
Ooh.
position.
Foxy just straight up not having a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, trying to set up that side jump sooner, at a different moment, is very tricky, honestly. He's going to death again. Alrighty.
So, just to explain the Nintendo way real quick, you see kind of like all that structure, like to either side of the like arena.
Tic tac. Falling from the hand.
You're basically supposed to climb up, go on top of the bridge. Argus breaks the bridge. Then you drop down on his head, stab his shoulder. He drops the knife. Then you let go, grab the hand when he slams the ground, and there's a good like 5 minutes it can take to get all that stuff done. You know, this is another trick where it's quite precise.
Okay, going for it again.
Aiden coming up.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't want to grab the top of his leg either, because you need those iframes in that kind of first jump.
It's possible a bit in the same way as Bassaran. You can kind of do a re-grab, but yeah, most of the time the runners learned it with this setup. So yeah, but you could grab the very top ledge first.
He's really Argus seems to be giving everyone a hard time, just like Phalanx was.
Can we say Foxy's being tic-tacked by Argus here at this point?
No, tic-tac's reserved for Malice though.
Yeah. Oh, as we said earlier, being tic-tacked can apply anywhere. But yeah, Argus here being very mimi. Another attempt. While JK is done, tic-tac is done. JK is already going to Malus. And
Awesome,
it's okay. Nice.
Yeah, you saw Aiden kind of flopped after he grabbed onto his leg, which is very unfortunate because you can't jump as one that's flopping.
Foxy tried.
Yeah. You can see Stocky going for that wacky jump even though he didn't do it during the cutscene. So he's going. He's going.
There.
And all this Argus shenanigans gives everyone else time to catch up to.
Okay. Aiden done with the hand. I'm gonna try, to grab the leg.
So if you don't grab the leg, you can stand in front of Argus's left, not your left, Argus's left leg, to try and manipulate his AI to give that stomp animation, because that's how he lowers the other leg down. Please grab it. Oh, Aiden's not having it.
Very unfortunate here. Aiden got shaked a bit.
He is a troublesome one. I can definitely say.
Okay, JK reaching the final gate to the last Colossus.
The last Colossus, you there have been known cases of soft looking on it, only on Tic Tac's side. So keep your eyes out, boys.
Yeah, stay focused for the last fight. Well, there will
and just
also be
quick content warning: if you don't like asthma, if you don't like animals, I guess falling from vast height, look away.
Animals, the heroic act. Look at this. He's saving.
Pablo
is saving the master.
Pablo,
Go save the queen.
my queen.
Might we? Exactly. Please do that meme. Oh, that's so good.
Cursed.
So yeah, the stick has sorry, the horse has fallen. Yeah,
The stick.
that's very sad. Another
Wrong
cum, a bit more cum to that run. All right, cum for
Sticker.
classic Ueda moment.
Stick,
It's
no.
too much of a private joke. Sorry, I should explain. Classic Ueda moment. Any bridge falling or tower falling or horse or stick falling, anything falling, basically, you can call that cum. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Never change.
Alrighty. So yeah, JK is just climbing with a specific technique here. It's you have to move the stick specifically to like, not strictly up, but move to left or right regularly. It kind of cancels part of of the animation, so you can go faster. Ruby deciding to die to try again.
I do think Ruby got this first try in their excuse me, the was it marathon? That was earlier.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just saying, they got the first try earlier. Trust me.
Oh, yeah. Very unfortunate here. Yeah, grabbing the hand is definitely something super hard.
JK is on mouse. Roll, 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 roll.
So yeah,
roll.
Malus for those who play the game.
You didn't roll.
If you've seen it, it's a very wow moment of the run because you kind of just make your way. It looks like nothing, but basically it's super precise road. And he's going okay for the pit. Maybe some runners will try the pitless strat, as we call it.
So Malice really likes Sniper Elite, and he's a pro at it. So he has constant aim, incredible aim. So he always tries to shoot you off. But by positioning yourself and like keeping that like momentum as you're running along, I guess the trenches, he won't hit you. He'll hit the trench instead. But if you go too close to the edge or too far away from the trench, he will get you. There are recovery points, so even if he does snipe you, you can recover. We see JK really
shooting
optimal movement.
The fast arrow, as we call it. So to one of the sigil you get to much later on the shoulder, Malus's left shoulder, so that he has the animation with the hand. You can grab it and here do a little jump to the chest, basically bypassing all the jungling stuff we're supposed to do from one hand to another and to the head. Here it's just much faster.
And he's got the plant, so JK's pretty much got this fight in the bag at the moment. Tic Tac coming up to the cutscene. Please don't get soft locked. The run up tends to be the most terrifying part, but it looks so cool, like an action movie. I can trust Foxy is gonna do the rolls for me. He never lets me down.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Tic-tac. Tic-tac. Tic-tac being
Roll,
very
pick.
scared
Go,
of Malus.
go.
Okay,
It's
go.
fine.
Woo.
It's fine.
The pillar saved him because it can very quickly get super frustrating. Oh, and by the way, JK is already done, so yeah, doing the Malus.
No, Foxy, stop it. No, you're supposed to represent. No.
Dormin. Oh la la. So, yeah.
How do you practice up?
Is he gonna? Yeah. Can you?
You can just
find
die
the
and
back
reset.
track?
It's fine.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
He's too far back, I think.
Okay, and so JK on the end part with Dormin released.
Stocky and Ruby are neck and neck again. What are they doing? It's like a constant back and forth.
But that can quickly.
Vape Nation in chat, everyone. Vape Nation in chat. I
Vape
repeat,
Nation.
we have Blue Raspberry.
Vape Nation.
Ah. So Tic Tac's on the head. So Tic Tac is assuming no soft locks from here on out. Tic Tac would have taken second place RTA wise. IGT is we can't say for sure everyone's final place until IGT comes out. So
Exactly. Yeah, it's really necessary. Sometimes you can have surprises, even on the same device. Sometimes, yeah, it's better having that time there.
So JK's final RTA was 127.20 something, which is still, you know, really, really good despite all the memes. Like in a race setting, it can be quite, you know, a pressure thing.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
And they're just really making Malus, the climb up and stuff, look super easy. Because intended, you're supposed to climb up the back of his skirt, stab him in the lower back, and the mouse is just like, oh, that really hurt. So he puts his hand on his back, you jump to the hand, you climb up to his left shoulder.
First to the left hand, then the right hand, then the left shoulder, and then the head. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. I remember on the PlayStation 2, I didn't realize you could stab the hand to steady him out.
Yeah.
And so
same. I discovered that so much later. It's but shooting the arrow when you're on the moving hand is like totally crazy. Well,
yeah.
Okay, Aiden is good.
Oh, doing a jump, Aiden.
Yeah. I don't know. We used to do it much more before, but now no one does it. That's a boomer jump. The boomer signature.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Foxy,
and Foxy doing the thing. Yeah, cool.
The thing.
So,
the thing.
Yeah.
You got the thing in the thing.
You can fall, but kind of out of bound, being attacked by the spaghettis.
Death spaghetti.
Spaghetti. Yeah.
Knees weak, arm heavy. Dorman hitting me with death spaghetti. And Stocky and Ruby just really, really close. That's insane.
Yeah.
Mars will change things up a bit. If he doesn't, I don't know what. Like, I'm really interested to see the IGT of both Ruby and Stocky at this current point in time.
Tic Tac's time is gonna stop at
And
1:30.
Very cool. Foxy will probably get a 1:31. But obviously, because Foxy has that faster loading times, he actually spent a lot more time in the overworld, so his IGT will probably be higher than quite a bit higher than Tic Tac and JK's. Aiden's on Mars's head, doing the stabby. You can get shaken out of that plant if you don't stab at the correct time, because you kind of need to stab as he's just about to fling his head back, because that would just kind of make Wanda go, woo. Oh, Ruby did a flip. Very nice.
Nice.
So they're literally like 5 seconds apart. Movement and all that jazz can change so much.
But honestly, there is not that much difference still.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't know, Actually, we are in the community doing a lot of races and stuff like this. Like, having 6 people running at the same time may have happened, and I think remembering different results, like with much more delay between the runners. Here, we can give a big shout out to everyone. GG's.
Shout out to the Team Ico Discord.
Mhm.
Aggro just refusing to run with Ruby. It's taking its toll.
Oh, that's scary.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you don't
Because,
run fast enough with aggro on that breaking bridge, you will die a bit too quick, and then you'll be transported all the way back to the temple.
to the temple, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why
If you die in the overworld, you reset at the temple. So that's bad.
you reset the last charging save. So there is a little like shrine next to Malice door where you can save just in case. But of course, the runners don't go for it.
And still, anything can happen. Movement climbing up to Malice is going to be a big factor. But I don't know. Malice could snipe any one of them at any time. They can miss the arrow shots. An asteroid could fall on their house. Anything like that.
The Vape Nation, Aiden's showing.
Dorman's beautiful baby blue eyes.
Nice. And we can see Mono finishing her nap.
Oh yeah, the story.
Oh.
Forgot about that. Did you know this game has more?
She was totally dreaming. Wanda's was actually 6 persons doing a speedrun for her. And now she's lost. Poor lady.
All she wanted was a nap, and she was like, where am I? And I think, was it Ueda who said that when Mono pets aggro in his cutscene here, and you see the credits where all the dead colossi appear on the screen, like it's actually Mono looking into the memories.
Into the memories. That's nice, interesting. No,
I can't remember where I saw that. It's really frustrating because I don't want to spurt stuff that isn't
That's nice the way she's touching that mark aggro has on the forehead, so it's cool. I like she's she was like I think elements of the story, of course it's totally open to interpretation, and that's very the biggest treasure to we have about this story, like being totally open. But some people considered Mono as like it's part of the story as well. Wanda talks about it. She was considered as cursed, as kind of a witch or something.
She was sacrificed for the greater good, essentially.
Exactly, sacrificed, yeah. So I don't know. It's kind of I like this idea of the connection she can make through aggro third eye.
And like aggro, immediately coming up to her and demanding attention, it clearly shows that there is a bond between those two. Like there's a lot to interpret out of like the tiny animations and movements in this game.
Yeah, totally. It's absolutely true. Like we don't even ask. I mean, I've never thought about it actually, but they totally know themselves. Yeah. And,
And Wanda kind of got reincarnated. You're gonna see on JK's screen. He is baby, but he's a horned baby. He's still got this kind of curse. We don't really know what it is. It could be a curse, or it might not be. He just has really fashionable horns, like they're really in right now. So and Mono's just gonna, I don't know, maternal instincts, I guess, look after him.
Yeah. The storytelling of this game, of Ico and all Fumito Ueda's game is like absolutely passionating, and there are a lot of good books you can read about it. Yeah.
Wanda got reincarnated as the tiefling. Yes. Thank you for that. I really thank you.
And GG's to Stocky, Don, and to Ruby. Everyone is done with Malus.
I think
No,
Stocky has actually, like sniped Ruby by a good 10-15 seconds. Assuming no one has a really bad dormant section. But then again, IGT will change everything.
Exactly, yeah. We'll see.
So as far as the story goes, as you can see on Ruby and Scruffy's scream. Yes, the scream. Screen. English, good. At the start of the game, there's a cutscene that we skip, but basically Wanda's like, I want to bring her back to life. It doesn't matter what I have to do, I want to do it. And this god is just like, kill these colossi and I'll do some funky magic stuff. That's that's kind of, it's so ambiguous because they have a full-on like short conversation and it doesn't explain anything.
That's the deal. Yeah. How do you say? Do you say to pactize with the devil? No.
Yeah.
To do, yeah.
Make a deal with the devil.
Make a deal, yeah. I don't know. That's what you call a conversation they have in the beginning of the game. It's like, of course, yeah, super minimalistic and like we don't know what she did, where they are all coming from. We don't know anything.
Wanda's just like, I do not care what I have to do. I just want to bring it back to life.
Seems to be. It seems to be like an act of love, and that's all that matters in the end.
Like a lot of people like speculate that she's his sister, she's his cousin, etc. But there's one cutscene like after you kill the colossi, you skip cutscenes. There's one in particular where he like goes up to Mono and just kind of caresses her cheek, and it's like, you wouldn't do that to your sister, would you? You know?
That's true. Yeah.
That's kind of weird, champ.
Maybe actually. Yeah. That's true. That's after, I don't remember. Maybe the 4th Colossus, because
maybe.
Or the
I don't remember.
But yeah, you're certainly true. Basically, that's why I mentioned love, like being totally open again. Like it can be love for your sister, or maybe Mono's his mother. We don't know. Why not?
She looks a bit young, doesn't she?
Now with the faces Bluepoint gave them, they are just stuck into wax, so we don't really know.
Wax figures. Animatronics.
And what's also very cool about the faces and the changes Bluepoint brought, this one not being cool, is the fact that Wanda is step by step each time, getting ugly and uglier and like dirtier. Everything, your face, you're pale, very more and more pale. Each 4 colossi, and it happens in the remake as well, but after killing all the colossi. I don't think it happens in the middle, like the 3D model. They didn't make it evolve like this, so that you can feel more this kind of responsibility. Responsibility, and I don't know, but you interpret the way you want. But when we see how Wanda's ending, like being totally digested by this devil, this monster, but it makes real sense in the PS2 OG and PS3 versions to see the 3D model.
I just want to say, evolving. Wanda in PlayStation 2 version is incredibly handsome and is like the peak male physique.
Because on PS3, no, because it's too sharp, like a bit. No, it's much better on the original with the kind of blurry PS2 graphics.
So we're gonna get on JK's IGT up here in a bit when it decides to load.
And it's a 10136. No.
I can't read.
No, you know what? Attends, what is this? 35,
101.
101, it's really good.
Wait.
101,
Asma, can you check
35?
JK's PB real quick?
Yeah. No, it's... Oh, it is a PB, what the fuck? Oh, sorry. But
JK,
yeah.
I'm proud of you, buddy.
Okay. And actually beating Madorashi. Wow. And
Wow.
just behind Tic Tac. It's a 0-1, 35, really? Wow.
That's good.
It's really
Like,
good.
Even with the Bassaran and the Hydrus, like what?
Yeah, and with the laggy stream, I don't know, he could he must have been very stressed. So wow,
Wow.
big GG's.
That is incredible.
Really, it's a very good time, huh? Yeah. Beating Madorashi, that doesn't happen every day. GG's, so he's 4th now on our leaderboard.
Yeah.
Behind Sean, Foxy, Tic Tac. Big GG's. Awesome
I mean,
time.
as we've seen in the past, one of the last races that these guys did with each other, JK finished first by like 20 seconds. But when Tic Tac loaded up his IGT, he beat JK's IGT by 1 second, and it was legendary. So even though JK's got a good time, like Tic Tac actually has the potential to like do better. This game is weird. I've already forgotten JK's time. I'm like, oh yeah, celebrate. Oh, gone right over my head. Imagine like remembering numbers. So, any moment now.
Booty Hunter, that really exists.
That's Stocky's alt account. Can someone look
Okay.
at
I didn't realize that did really exist.
It was what
Okay.
Stocky used to double stream when he started speedrunning. But yeah, Tic Tac says 103.32, which is surprising. Like, no, I don't know. Like, IGT is kind of weird. It doesn't calculate during death cutscenes or cutscenes. No one. It's not fully certain how to like calculate and gauge it, because Tic Tac and JK, they were so close. You'd think they're only maybe less than a minute apart, but no.
And Fox's time 1 point. Yeah, we need someone to repeat us.
106.41.
Okay.
Thank
thanks,
you,
Shadow
Ruby, for
yeah,
being good at reading. Like the screen I'm on, it's not showing the numbers, it's just showing blurry word-like images.
Yeah, we're just watching on Discord, but now we
Yeah.
can check the stream, I guess.
Goodness.
Up.
Aiden's gonna get his next. Ooh. I'm looking forward to see Stocky and Ruby's. That's gonna be spicy.
Pretty tight, yeah.
Mm-hmm. The constant back and forth during races is something I really love, because usually when someone has the lead in the beginning, they always lose it. Like,
Yeah.
it's super funny.
Except if they are big red crabs, but yeah.
And,
in general, that's
unless
it.
you're Sean.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Inception, the current 80% normal world record holder of this game. Same with Boss Rush and that. He's absolutely incredible runner, very talented, amazing,
that
crafter and
he
everything.
pushed the boundaries much further the past year.
Mm-hmm.
And helped a lot to dynamize this crazy community. You're all welcome, of course. don't hesitate to check out fromspeedrun.com. You could access our Discord and all the stuff we do. We have a YouTube and Twitch channels, creating some opportunities to race like this.
And
you
it doesn't
are very
matter
welcome.
it doesn't matter your background, where you come from, what you call yourself. We always like to have more people join us. More people to run the game, the better. More people to appreciate this absolutely phenomenal work of art.
And even even not running like very intensely. You're very welcome.
Mm-hmm.
It's just cool. The Discord is basically the coolest place to love these games, Ico and The Last Guardian as well. And we have Sable Dragon Rook on the chat here, being the world record holder for. Sorry. Being very good, very talented. And you too as well. You're the world record holder as well, using right?
Only in stupid category extensions.
Okay, but you have world records in The Last Guardian, and so
only when Sable.
Okay, I know Sable has it for the.
Yeah, she has it for
true ending.
True ending in all barrels.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Not gonna lie, I thought you were gonna say the world record holder of the Pathos, all bosses. And I remember going into YouTube and just seeing a little notification. I was like, "You absolute snake!"
No, that would be evil. No, I'm not like that.
Sorry, Sable, I love you.
The Pathless doesn't have anything to do with it. But yeah, if you like Ico, Shadow of the Colossus, or The Last Guardian, even if you are fascinated by running those games, but not necessarily want to do it, still you will have people to share a lot of good feelings about those games. And next to Weda game coming someday, we are all waiting for it from Gen Design.
I just want more Last Guardian runners. There's so few of us. Everyone who joins are just like, oh yeah, we want to learn Shadow. And part of me is just kicking myself, when's someone gonna join for Trico? Please run our 3.5 hour RNG field game. I would really appreciate it. Thank you very much. We need someone to find skips. I'm no longer asking, I'm begging. Please, more people. I need glitch hunters, QA testers. Someone help.
Q&A testers. Then we get the good tips.
Yes.
Nice. I got a friend who's doing this, but for mobile games. But
wow.
he saw some crazy stuff, and he was actually thinking very often to speedrunners. He mentioned that. That's cool. All right, we're gonna have the time soon for the 2 rounds left. Did we get the other IGTs? Foxy 106. Did we have Aiden's one? Oh yeah,
107 something.
So yeah, it's gradually 1-1, 1-3, 1-6, 1-7. Not so far. Well, recently we had a very tie run. I think it was who was that? Stocky and JK? No, Stocky hosting JK and Tic Tac. JK and Tic Tac just had an IGT 2 seconds.
1 second, yeah. I think I mentioned it before. Where yeah, it was a similar situation where they weren't that far apart, whatsoever. But JK finished a good 30 seconds before Tic Tac did, and the IGT Tic Tac still beat JK by a second. That was incredible.
And thanks for the link, Stocky. Don't hesitate to
join us.
to come say join us.
Also, please don't look in #VC. It gets a bit weird.
Don't judge us too fast, but yeah, if you have any technical question concerning the games, and you want to learn more, you'll be very welcome.
Yeah, someone's always up and awake at any point of the day to answer questions, usually.
Yeah.
My neighbor's having parties, so if you hear
Nice.
shouting, it's definitely not
Nice.
me.
He's yeah. And that very long credit scene with the eagle that doesn't even how do you call it, the sound the eagle does at the end of the credits.
Mhm.
I don't know how to say that in English, but you know, the eagle sound.
Caca.
Yeah, something like this. Yeah. In PS2 and PS3 version, like the OG one, you basically have this sound at this moment we can see on Stocky's screen. And Blue Point totally forgot it, and that's so sad. It's like the very last
No
element of
caca.
sound design. No cacao, no. It's like no, they missed a thing.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Pickles.
Yeah, Pickles.
No context,
help,
just Pickles.
yeah, shout out.
Come on, Stucky. What's that IGT, homie?
Okay,
112.04. Ooh.
Nice.
How about you, Ruby?
Oh, it's a PB. Nice. Oh yeah, it's a PB.
That's
It
a
was
PB.
114.
God
Cool.
damn, dude.
GG, Stocky.
Well done.
Awesome.
Amazing
Awesome.
stuff. Pat. Pat.
Bravo, Stocky. At first, I couldn't believe it because I know our dear Spanish
And
boy can do much better.
Ooh. So
Ruby.
despite Stocky finishing with a quicker RTA,
Wow,
Ruby
you see,
just
crazy.
kind of
1 minute.
slaps him by a minute.
1 minute. That's crazy. Wow.
Wow.
Almost a minute, even if they were so close. You see?
Yeah.
Wow. That's awesome. Ah, it's a lot about dying. Yeah, because it's not counted as a IGT. Okay. That's the type of things indeed that can change a lot the balance between RTA and IGT.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Well, now we've got all our IGTs. I guess the race is officially over.
Yeah, I would stay with you for a
Uh-oh.
while, but
Hello.
we
Hey,
are being
everyone.
raised. Hey, hello guys, everyone. Hello.
Hey, Zama.
Hello.
Hey!
Enter me the stream. Hello.
How are you, friends? So,
Honk.
Oh,
you happy?
I'm great. That was a blast.
We got
Happy
two
but
PBs.
beat.
Honk.
Two PBs. GG's,
Yeah,
JK, Vicky.
Yeah.
JK's didn't record.
And this was, I know,
You
oh,
can
that
use
was so
this.
tragic. And I will say, I'm very happy. This is the first big race that we've done in the community where I didn't come last.
Hey, but I'm
That's
finally
good.
12th.
Yeah, GG's. That's good.
I'm finally 12th. I beat Seth.
No, that was incredible. Well done, Stocky.
I'm so proud of all of you.
Hydrus and Pelagia, they kicked my butt. Or they kicked my booty. Hunter.
Great race. Great race, everyone. Did you guys have any post-race commentary to say to everyone?
Join us. Join the
Thank you.
cult. I mean, Discord.
So,
Give us
yeah,
your soul.
we have a really good community of people who have made many wages with devils to be as fast at this game as we are. So please feel free to join us if you are just interested in watching speed runs, if you are interested in playing speed runs of this or any other Team Ico game. We've got literally in this call people who run every single game in the series. So like you've got good resources and good people to initiate you into the cult. What? I don't know.
Discord, yeah.
Discord.
What the fuck? Okay, but
Yeah,
thank you so
thanks
much
so much for having us,
for the
Ninja.
event.
Yeah, thank you
That
so
was
much.
awesome.
Absolutely.
Everything
Thanks,
was really cool.
thanks for participating. Love to see it and hear about the 2 personal bests. That's super awesome. And
Yeah.
one final word just for the stream. While you all think of who we're going to raid from the community, if anyone is on, feel free to message me someone to
Ooh.
raid. But also, for everyone who's still lurking around, we are having one more race this month with the Hades, Hades community.
Ooh.
And so that race will be next week. They've got a bunch prepared for you already on Tuesday. similar to what we had this Tuesday. So I'm really excited about that. And then in April, I'm hoping to announce the event this week once I can shore up some of the streamers who will be joining us for a charity event in April. I will drop the hint that there might be a PS5 giveaway, and it's all about role playing. So definitely check the calendar for that once we get it up. You can head to our website down below and bookmark that, or you can follow us on socials in the panels below. And again, the Hades race will be next week with intro on Tuesday, Jackbox on Wednesdays, and a race on Saturday. So that's all for now, and we will go raid someone from the Team Ico community.
Beuchi is currently streaming.
Aiden streaming. Yeah.
Beuchism.
You wanna?
I'm gonna end my stream. Don't raid
I've sent
me.
it.
Yeah.
I've sent it in the text in the chat.
Okay. So that way I don't raid random person this time. Random, not Asma.
Oop.
All right. Thanks again, though, everyone who tuned in today. Let's go share the love with. How do you pronounce the name?
Beuchi.
Booty. We're gonna go say hi to Booty.
Check your beauty. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks so much, everyone.
Bye.
Love you all. Bye.
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 And
Bye-bye.
Tita.